Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Yura. I'm 21 years old. I want to preface this video by saying that I'm really sick right now. I have a pretty bad cold and my lips are all messed up. But there's something really important that I have to talk about, and I have to make the video regardless of how I'm feeling right now. And that topic is feeling stuck where you are. More specifically, feeling stuck at a job, because that's kind of how I felt a lot of the time the last few years, and especially before I went part-time. Now I'm part-time at my job. Before I went part-time, I felt like I was so stuck at this job. Like I was never going to leave, even though I knew I was going to leave at some point. It just feels that way. It feels so heavy. It feels like 5 months is just like 7 years combined, because it's so much just going to your job and then doing the same thing every single day. It's not even the actual job itself. Like I like my job. It's not a hard job or anything. I work at a desk job. It's not a difficult job. But the problem is that doing it every single day, and I'm sure a lot of you will relate to this, doing it every single day is the thing that will burn you out, the thing that will make you feel miserable, the thing that will make you feel unhappy. And it's not like we can avoid it, because we need a job. We need to make some money in order to provide, right? In order to get our own apartment, or even if you live with your parents, in order to just pay your own bills, your phone bill or whatever. And it always feels like you're stuck at this job, or stuck doing something that you don't like because, oh well, I need to make some money. But what if I told you that that's not true? You can absolutely do something that you actually want to do. And even if you don't have a business, or you're still building a business, or have no idea what a business is or how it's built, and you have no idea what to do, this video will apply to anyone in any area of life that feels stuck at their current job. And I'm making this video from the bottom of my heart, because I used to feel this way a lot, and to this day I still have these types of feelings, from time to time, and I've learned to work through them, and I just want to help you work through them as well. What I really want to focus on in this video is the feelings of unhappiness that you experience at a job, and why it doesn't have to be this way, why you always have a choice. Let me start with, if you're a person that just left high school and you just started working a full-time job, you don't want to go to college, and you feel like you have no purpose or passion, and you're stuck at this job. Brother, there's always a way out, and there's always a purpose, and there's always a passion that you will have. Even if you don't think you're good at anything, even if you don't think you have a passion or a purpose, trust me, you have all three of those. You definitely have a purpose, 100%. You definitely have a passion. There's something that will make you passionate. Maybe that thing is a lot of things combined into one, but there's something that will make you really, that just puts you in a flow state where you can just do it without thinking about anything else. You can just do that thing and just be in this state of pure, like, blissfulness. And I absolutely guarantee you that there's something like that for you. You've done it at some point in your life. If you're 21, 22, you've absolutely done that. If you're 19, 20, you've absolutely done something that will put you in that state. So you do have a passion, you do have a purpose. Number 3, there is something that you're gonna wanna dedicate your life to that will make you happy. I can promise you that. I'm still, in my own way, working through that and working on that thing, but I'm very close to it right now. I mean, I'm not saying that that can't change, because sometimes you have multiple passions, multiple interests, and then that might change a little bit. But all that, I think, will be aligned with your purpose. So you just have to find something that you really like to do, or that you used to like to do when you were a kid, and maybe you still like to do it now. Just try and figure it out. The first step is just trying. You just got to try to figure it out, and then I promise you, you will eventually figure out what you like. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. What do you like to do? Read? What do you do in your free time? Do you watch videos? What kind of videos do you watch? About what? So maybe that's the thing that you like to do. Maybe that's the thing that you want to dedicate your life to. And after you realize what that thing is, the thing that you want to do, your passion plus your purpose, then you can start to work on that thing on the days that you're off from your full-time job. And okay, I know you're probably thinking like, okay, but then I'm still working at this full-time job. Yes, but on the side, you're working on your way to leave. And your way to leave will be by building a business based on that thing that you like to do, which is what I'm currently doing right now. And as I said, I'm close to leaving my job, and I'm very excited. And it's all because I'm working on something that I really, really love and I'm very passionate about. aside from my full-time job or part-time job that I'm currently in. And I believe that we all have this thing that will drive us to work on our days off. Even if we're tired from our full-time job, there's something that you like so much that you're willing to do it in any little break that you get. You're willing to do it the day after working 5 days in a row. I promise you, we all have that thing. You just got to find it and then build a business around it, whether it's a course. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge about businesses to tell you which one to take or which route to take, because I just picked one, and that's one I'm focusing on, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, but I just picked one and that's the one that I'm focusing on. You just have to pick whatever you feel is right for that thing that you like, that passion that you have in your heart. And the rest will just, it'll just follow. It'll fall into place. But it all starts by you finding what that thing is and doing it more constantly. If you really like it, then do it more constantly. Stop wasting your time on your phone scrolling on these meaningless things that you do, on these bad habits, on masturbating. Like, dude, focus on doing things that actually bring you that sense of fulfillment. And that's the thing that will actually get you out of your job. And that's what's great about it, that the thing that you like is the thing that will help you, the thing that will get you out of your current situation that you're currently in. Okay? So that's the first step, finding those things that will get you out of your job. And then we're not going to cover the business aspect, but building a business around that thing that you like is how you will get out of that job. What I said in the beginning is that I want to focus on the feelings of unhappiness when you're at a job. Because now that we've figured that part out, what you have to do, to leave that job, now I want to focus on during you building that business, or during you trying to figure out what your passion is, your purpose. You're still working at this job, but then you hate it, right? You don't like it. You want to leave. Listen, there's always another option. There's always another job that you can get. You're not stuck at this job. Oh, but I make this amount of money. I make 20 an hour. I promise you, you'll find another job that pays you even more. I've been through this situation where I think this is the most that I'm going to earn at a job, and then I get a promotion because I work hard at it, or I find another job that pays more. There's always a job that's going to pay more, or at least the same. Or sometimes, hey, the job might pay less, but it's going to give you more free time to work on the business, or I don't know, like the bills are not that expensive. Like, there's always a way. There's always something that you can figure out to make it work. It's just, I've noticed that most people don't want to make it work. Most people just don't want to make it work. Most people are complacent. Most people, even though they don't like where they are in their life, in their situation, they're going to stay there because they're not willing to do anything about it. They're not willing to try and start to figure out how to leave that job, or to start to figure out how they're going to get that promotion, or how they're going to figure out what their passion is, how they're going to build that business. It's just that you have to try first. You have to try, man. That's the first step. You just got to try. Try. Come on. Try. So, you always have an option of another job that you can get. But let's say that you've hopped around on, to many jobs, and now you picked one and you just want to stick with this one, but you're still not feeling that happy, but you know that you're not going to be happy at any other job either. So you would rather stick with this one, and then you're building the business on the side. So now you have to deal with the feelings that you have at this job, because it's okay, but you're still feeling kind of unhappy. And I think that's kind of how I feel sometimes on my part-time job. Like, it's an okay job, I like it, and at least allowing me to do what I really want to do on the side. And now it's going to turn into my full-time thing. But when I do have to go to my job on the few days that I do go, sometimes I'm not, I don't feel that happy. I'm not thrilled to go there. But what I do when I feel that way on the days that I do have to go, I just try and figure out, what can I learn from this shift? Is there something that I can do that will help me with my business? And let me tell you what that's like. So I work at a front desk, right? So I deal with people every single day. So I talk to people every single day at this front desk because I have to check them in. I work at a hotel. I have to check them into the room. So when I'm checking them into the room, I learn more about their day. I learn more about that person. And the same way that I talk to that person, it's the same way that I'm going to talk to someone on the phone call when I'm trying to make a sale, or when I'm trying to, pitch someone an idea. And I have to get to know them first, right? So I'm trying to learn something while I'm at this job, so then I can apply it to the other business, so then I can apply it to the thing that I'm passionate about. And maybe if it's not that, maybe you have coworkers that you can talk to, and even if it's not like a super deep personal conversation, there's always a topic that you can learn from. You can talk about their previous jobs and experiences that they've had, and then how you can learn from that experience. Like, there's always some way that you can learn to make this shift feel meaningful, to make it feel like it's more than just the shift, so then you can make some money from it, but then you're like miserable because all you're doing is just making money, so these 8 hours go to waste. Now these 8 hours are not going to go to waste, because like, sure, most of the time you're doing your job, but when you're doing your job, you're not thinking about it because you're just in the flow doing your job. And the little moments that you're not doing the job, little breaks, I feel like that's when I feel the most miserable, because I'm like, oh, I gotta be here for 8 hours. And then now in those little moments, you can fill up that time by talking to someone, or if you have a computer at your job, trying to search some stuff up on how to build a business, on how to do this, on doing research about things that you like, and how you can make money from them. So this gives you time to do that. It makes it feel like your job is not completely meaningless, and that, in my experience, has helped me with dealing with those feelings of unhappiness at my part-time job. And I think you can also apply that to your job as well. If you feel like you absolutely cannot leave this job and you need to stay at this job for some reason, which I don't currently see why, but I'm sure that there's a good reasons why you have to stay at this job. So that's how you would deal with those feelings of unhappiness, or at least that's how I've dealt with them. So I've just given you what you have to do in order to leave the job. Find your purpose, your passion, what you want to do, build a business out of it, and then I've taught you when you're at the job how to deal with those feelings of unhappiness, or feeling like this is just all meaningless. That's all that I had to get out of my system. Hopefully it helped someone. Hopefully it inspired someone. I feel like there's more that I want to add to this video, but for now I'm just going to leave it here because I think it's perfectly fine as it is. Hopefully, again, it's helping somebody out there, and if it does, let me know down below. Anyways, that's about it for today's video, and don't forget, you're amazing.